This video demonstrates the correct procedure for replacing the batteries in the SP-401S lighting unit. Battery replacement may be required if the unit begins to discharge faster than expected or shows reduced operating time. Before replacing the batteries, check their condition and voltage. For detailed instructions, refer to the How to Check Battery Health and Voltage video. To replace the batteries, you will need the following tools: 4mm Allen key, flathead screwdriver, 4mm hex bit and multi-bit screwdriver, multimeter. Always tighten the screws to the recommended torque value for each screw used. To remove the lighting unit from the permanent mount, start by unscrewing the 4 screws from underneath the mounting plate. Lift the lighting unit from the mounting plate. Unscrew the antenna counterclockwise by hand, and set it aside. This prevents it from bending or being damaged during the next steps. Using a flathead screwdriver, unscrew the transport fuse located at the bottom of the lamp counterclockwise to isolate the internal power circuit. This ensures safe maintenance before proceeding with battery replacement. Unscrew the 8mm 5x10 screws, located on the sides of the housing. Carefully lift the upper housing and place it aside. Disconnect the cables in the following order: yellow, fuse cable; blue, negative cables; red, positive cables. This sequence ensures safe disconnection and prevents short circuits. Using a 4mm Allen key or H4 bit, remove the 4mm 5x10 mounting screws, then take out the battery holders. Now, take out the battery holders. Carefully remove the old batteries and the desiccant bags from inside the housing. The desiccant absorbs moisture and protects internal components. The desiccant bags must be replaced each time the lamp is opened, as they absorb moisture from the air and become ineffective. The SP-401S is available in different battery variants: valve-regulated lead acid, lithium iron phosphate, lithium-ion, sodium-ion. The customer may select the battery option best suited to their operational needs and environment. Before installation, verify that the replacement battery matches the required variant and voltage rating. To set the multimeter to DC voltage measurement, begin by inserting the black probe into the COM, or common port. Next, insert the red probe into the port labeled as volts or letter V. This is the correct input for measuring voltage. Once the probes are connected, turn the multimeter's dial to the DC voltage setting. It is usually marked with a V and a straight line above it. If your multimeter is not auto-ranging, choose a voltage range higher than the value you expect to measure. After selecting DC volts, the multimeter is now ready. Now proceed with measuring the battery voltage. Place the black probe on the negative terminal and the red on the positive terminal. Each battery should measure above 12 volts before installation. If the voltage difference between the new and existing battery is minimal, they may be installed together. In practice, simultaneous failure of both batteries is unlikely. Therefore, replacing only one battery may be sufficient when the voltage difference is small. Replace the housing gasket every time the housing is opened, to maintain proper sealing. For detailed instructions, refer to the How to Replace the Housing's Gaskets video. Before placing the batteries inside the housing, install the new desiccant bags. Position them at the bottom of the housing, underneath the batteries. Next, carefully place the batteries into the housing, ensuring that the terminals are oriented toward the side of the pressure equalizing valve. Make sure the batteries sit flat and are properly aligned. Position the battery holders over the batteries. Using a 4mm Allen key or H4 bit, secure them with 4 M5x10 screws, tightening each to the specified torque value. Ensure the battery terminals are clean and free from corrosion. Reconnect the cables in the following order. Connect the red cables to the positive terminals. Connect the blue cables to the negative terminals. Finally, connect the yellow fuse cables. Carefully place the upper housing onto the lower part of the unit. Ensure all internal cables are properly routed and that the gasket is correctly seated and not pinched. Install the 8 M5x10 screws. Tighten the screws evenly in a cross pattern to maintain uniform pressure on the gasket. Always tighten each screw to the specified torque value. When tightening the screws, verify that the gasket is not pinched. A pinched gasket can compromise the sealing. A visible bulge along the longer side of the housing is a common sign of incorrect gasket placement. Insert the transport fuse into its socket at the bottom of the lamp. Using a flathead screwdriver, tighten the fuse clockwise until resistance is felt. This reconnects the internal circuit and restores power to the unit. Install the antenna by screwing it clockwise by hand. Tighten it until resistance is felt and there is no gap between the antenna and the antenna gasket. Ensure the antenna is securely seated, but do not over-tighten. Press the emergency switch twice to activate the lamp and confirm proper operation. After completing the test, press the emergency switch 4 times to deactivate the unit. Press the emergency switch twice to activate the lamp and confirm proper operation. To deactivate, press the emergency switch 8 times. The SP-401S is now ready to be installed onto the solar panel. Place the lamp on the base and screw it in from underneath, tightening the screws opposite each other. Use 4 M5x10 screws for installation. Use a 4 mm hex key and tighten the screws to keep the lamp steady and secure. For more information about battery replacement, refer to the SP-401S Lighting Unit Maintenance Manual.